Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Othree. Welcome back to Platicas. This is the Podsiders Volume 3. Today we're gonna be talking about Clash of the Castle. Welcome back to my boy Julio, the homie Byron.
Yo, yo.
Podsiders, we're in full force, back at it again. Before we start talking about the actual PLE, right?
Yeah.
Uh, right before we started recording, I was talking about Julio a little bit about the burnout and what
Mm.
to expect. And the upcoming weeks, I feel like for me personally, I feel like I'm finally getting into the rhythm of the year, right? After WrestleMania, I feel like Clash of the Castle kind of like I realized like I finally could sit down and watch the full pay-per-view without having like any like I don't know if I
Mm.
want, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What about you, Julio? Because I know we talked about this in Podsiders Volume 1 about burnout. How do you feel about it, Julio? Is it something that you could, you feel like you're in full force? How does that compare to like what was it, Backlash? How are you compared to Backlash?
I think what it might be is just the writing. Like, look at the plot lines. You get to like WrestleMania, and then it's like the end of like a period of time, and then after that, it's kind of like maybe there's one or two things kind of going along, but it's not as big as a big story that just kind of finished.
Mm,
And right now, what's happening is we have like 20 different storylines and all these crazy things happening at the same time, and like it feels like we got to this event and there was definitely like some buildup when you're like, oh shit. And the things that happened in this event and like the aftermath of what happened then and like the other things that we're not going to touch on. But like, like I haven't even caught up just because I've been like away from like a screen like that. Just like all these other crazy things that are building up. This was a very interesting event. Um, I can't wait to get into detail, but it does feel like it's just like there's a lot more going on right now. Like you look left, you look right. It's like those like last man standing competitions when it's like 50 different fighters in like the ring, and you're looking one way, there's
Yeah.
someone getting like rocked, you look the other way, and then there's just someone hiding in the corner.
yeah.
That's what it feels like right now, where it's like, oh shit, like what's gonna happen next? I don't know.
So what you're saying is the storylines are getting interesting again, right? Like now we're
Yeah, it's like it's
we're
starting up. It's starting up. It's getting
picking
spicy.
it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're picking up steam and shit. I feel like I could really relate with that one, dog. Like I could feel the the Backlash one being kind of like a leftover energy from WrestleMania, and now
Mm.
this one is like fresh energy. Now we're starting again. Now we have a little bit like what 2 months, yeah, 2 months since the end of WrestleMania for new storylines to build or storylines that kind of started right before to evolve and shit. So yeah, I could understand that. What about you, Byron? How do you feel about Clash of the Castle compared to like your energy at
Yeah.
Backlash?
I think,
Or King of
yeah.
the Ring too, like even King of the
Yeah,
Ring.
King of the Ring, yeah. I think um I definitely had more energy for Backlash than I did King of the Ring. Like I felt like King of the Ring, like it served its purpose, like we talked about last time, but like, beyond that it was, nothing really stuck out. And then like how Julio was saying, like things are starting to pay off now. Like Backlash, it was like sort of a fresh slate, and the storylines were interesting because like, oh, okay, they're just starting, but they were still just starting, Now we're starting to get into it a little bit more and seeing how these different angles are developing, and it's like more engaging now
Mm.
that we have a few weeks to chew on, like, oh, this storyline or that storyline. So yeah, I think definitely like that energy is picked up. I think Clash of the Castle is like super entertaining
Yeah,
overall.
yeah, it was dope.
Yeah.
It was a great event. And yeah, I feel like y'all kind of explained. I'm talking about more of like energy. Y'all talking about more of like the actual product, but we're speaking of the same thing, right?
Same thing,
I
yeah.
feel like the
Yeah.
energy is slowly going up, right? Because obviously, like money, like a Clash of the Castle is, it's becoming a staple now. It's becoming an important event, right? This is the second one they've done,
Second one,
third
I
one,
believe.
third one, right?
Third.
So the third one they've done, right? And King of the Ring was cool, right? That King of the Ring is cool, but as we said, like nothing too crazy happens at those Saudi Arabia events. events.
Yeah.
Backlash, it was dope, but it was still kind of like leftover energy from WrestleMania. But now, yes, we're in full effect. A lot of the cool storylines, dope, fresh matches. Fresh matches.
Yeah.
Or even like matches like rematches, but with a little twist, right? Like it was crazy. It was crazy and
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
Um, but let's get into it, dog. June 15th, 2024. Fucking OVO Hydro in Glasgow, Scotland. All right, this says there was 11,391 people there. It I don't know anything about Scotland, dog. The only thing I know about Scotland is that this fool Drew McIntyre is from Scotland.
That's your
I
boy. You're
like
like, I just know my boy's from there.
I just know the
So,
big homie is from Scotland and shit. I'm trying to read the Wikipedia page right here, fool. Uh, it says it's gonna be a recurring UK event, right? Because obviously, ever since WWE NXT UK closed
Yeah.
its doors, they haven't really had wrestling on that side of the world in a minute. You feel me? Talking about NXT UK, you guys ever seen would you guys ever tune into those UK NXT events?
Yeah, I tuned in a couple times. Yeah, I didn't watch it as regularly as I do like this NXT,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it was cool to watch. Cool, different like style, you
Oh
know?
yeah, different style, way
Yeah,
different style.
cool to watch.
What about you, Hulu? You ever get to tune into WWE UK or NXT UK,
uh,
whatever?
I didn't even know that was a thing until like this Clash of the Castle, and they brought it up during the Piper fight.
Mm-hmm.
I was. It makes sense, and it feels like like soccer teams will have like teams and stuff in like foreign countries. Like Real Madrid has like a whole Brazil like
Oh
division
yeah,
where like they take those like 12-year-olds and bring them to Europe.
yeah.
Chivas USA,
That's
fool?
exactly
Remember
what
that
it
shit?
is.
Chivas USA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, but the thing is, for like, to me, the only memory I have about the NXT UK was when Walter debuted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was he had just Pete Dunne had just defended and won his match,
Yeah.
defended his title. He was the UK champion, and then Walter debuted. This one he was still kind of big, fool. Like
Mm-hmm.
straight off of the independence, everybody knew who he was, menacing, intimidating, and that was like my first introduction to well, now he goes by Gunther, but I remember when he was still going by Walter, and I was like, who the fuck is this fool? Right? So that's probably my first and only memory of that show. I just know that. Oh no, you know what? Also, there was one match or a event where Finn Balor kind of like wrestled with somebody, and he kind of filled in for somebody. I think I
Mm.
forgot who he fought, but he showed up with his white boots. So he showed up with his Prince David. That's what
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
that was
Prince
his
Devitt,
attire.
yeah.
Prince David, his attire. That was
Yeah.
dope. That was pretty dope. But other than that, the only three fools that I know is Gunther, Ilya, right?
Yeah, he was there, yeah.
And Pete Dunne.
He
I don't
done,
know
yeah.
anybody else. I don't know anybody else.
Yeah.
You know anybody? Byron, you remember anybody from it
Um,
that I didn't mention?
I think Pete Dunne's partner right now, Tyler Bate, he was like the first UK
Oh
champ.
yeah. I
And
remember
he
him
was
too.
for like I don't remember how long his reign was, but all I know is that Pete Dunne's reign was super long, and then Walter's was even longer, like 800 something days.
Yeah,
It was
that shit
crazy.
was crazy. Like, bro, the like Julio, if you ever get a chance, go on Peacock, look that shit up, and look at the
Hmm.
fucking the environment, and look at those
Yeah.
matches, and look at the crowd at those events for you to be like, okay,
Is it is it like a European soccer thing when they're all like losing their mind? You probably go to the stadium and this was fighting in the parking lot over the fighter.
it's like they wrestle in I don't know if they wrestle at the same spot all the time, like at NXT. I'm pretty sure they did because every time I tune in, it was the same
Yeah, it looked the same.
it was a hall.
It looked like very like a theater, like you're watching
Yeah,
like the opera, you know?
Simone way. Like there's like
Yeah.
balconies and shit, like those
Yeah.
fucking. I was gonna
Those
say
little
some way out
glasses and
shit
shit,
out there, but
watching
never
some fool
mind.
get like flying elbowed.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
it gave me like that ECW like the bingo hall fucking no, what was
hmm.
that place where they did the one night stand in the final
Yeah,
ECW
the
days?
ballroom.
The
Yeah.
ballroom was some shit
Yeah.
like the Hammerstein ballroom shit, right?
Hammerstein
Like
ballroom. Yeah.
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 It was that kind of feeling, that kind of vibe. But yeah, so they haven't been back. I know they've been back, but they go back once a year, right? I don't think they really go out there like that, like that.
Yeah.
So it was dope to see. So it happened, right? This was a couple weeks ago. Bunch of storylines, right? Obviously, the main one, Drew McIntyre versus Damon Priest. You know, Drew McIntyre, obviously Scotland, but there was other wrestlers from Scotland, right? So we'll
Yeah.
talk
Yeah, a
about that.
bunch,
Definitely.
yeah.
A couple of them, right? And so, shit. All I'm gonna say is when I tuned in, I don't know how y'all fools feel about this, but I've been noticing this shit, and that's something that I've had beef with
Mm.
WWE for years. Remember growing the fuck up, dog? Like they had the coolest fucking stages, fool. They had the coolest fucking stages, dog. They have one cool stage a year, dog, like the WrestleMania one.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to the stages? Now they got a fucking screen, fool. Like that's it. A screen with a door. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Man, I
Yeah.
remember fucking like the Armageddon ones, fool. Like the fucking they had an
Those are
actual
fun.
like dope ass stages, fool. Like remember back in the day, dog? Like even
Yeah,
the
yeah.
SmackDown stage with the fist, fool. Like my biggest beat, you know, obviously that's just way out there. Nothing to do with the pay-per-view or the PLE. I just had to say that shit because when I first seen that shit, I was like, this is the same fucking shit
Same
they've been
stage.
pulling off for fucking years already. Cheap ass fucking WWE. Give us a fucking
Mhm.
stage, dog. Give us a fucking Paul Levesque. Give us a fucking stage, my boy. Don't be Vince McMahon, dog. Like, don't be fucking Vince McMahon and save some
Yeah.
fatty on shit. Fool, they didn't even have fireworks.
No, man.
Y'all see that shit?
That shit used to be fogged up.
Fog the fuck. They didn't
Who
even, no
fuck
fireworks. Y'all notice that shit? There was no fireworks in the
No,
event.
no.
was it? Uh, I swear I saw something about that. I think it was like Kevin Owens being like, "Wait, he got fireworks?"
Oh
About
yeah,
someone
yeah,
he
yeah,
would have
yeah.
been there like during SmackDown. Like,
Yeah, it was like a SmackDown. He was like, "You got fireworks?"
Fool, like, remember when they used to start, bro? Like, they fucking pyros everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere, dog, on the stage, in the ring, for like around the arena and shit. Like, what the fuck happened?
Omar,
Yeah.
Omar wants the Bad Bunny type of vibe to it
Fool,
with like the stage and the beach, and like the guy walking around like with the floating stage.
fool, like,
Honestly,
what
honestly,
happened to
yeah.
our beautiful stages, dog? This is 2024. They've been gone for years already, right?
Yeah.
Don't tell me, don't fucking be talking about, and this is just a rant, but don't be talking about like all record and setting numbers and what the fuck. Shut the fuck up. Give us a stage, dog. Give us some
Act like
pyro,
it.
fool.
Act. Show us that the budget is good. Wild
Show it,
out.
fool. Give us SmackDown in 3D, dog, or some shit, dog. Like,
Yeah.
give us
Special glass with the special glasses.
fool. Like, give us a stage, dog. Give us a fucking stage. I might just be talking out my ass. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why they stopped. I might just be calling them broke, fool. But hey, homie, like give us a fucking stage with and fireworks at the very beginning, fool.
Yeah.
We're about,
Yeah.
we're about to see Triple H pull up behind Omar and just
Sledgehammer
pedigree him.
through the door and shit, like in the Randy Orton phase and shit. Remember that?
Heard
Anyways,
you were talking shit.
anyways,
No.
any fuck. Oh no, you know what? I still got more complaints. Hold up, I got a list of
Yeah.
complaints.
I gotta
He's like,
hear
I got
it.
the list. He's like, I got that list
All
right
right, look.
here.
All right, look. Okay, now we get it. Full France crowd, like the fucking staple. Like, why
That's
the
the
fuck?
standard now. Yeah, that's the bar.
Okay, they got close, right? But it wasn't there, dog. Like, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Come on, Scotland, fool. Like, you know, I love y'all fools. You know, shout out to Scotland. But give us a fucking some rowdy
I just
shit.
found out. I just found out y'all a real place. Shout out to Scotland.
Literally, dog. Like, I just knew your flag. I used to skip over y'all on FIFA. I just know Drew McIntyre is there. You know, I'll shout out to y'all. No disrespect to the Scottish people. You know, obviously, like my boy fucking isn't Roddy Piper like from Scotland? Or am I just tripping? Fool?
That was
I think
his
it's the bagpipe
character,
shit.
but
His
he's like
character.
Canadian. He's like
Okay,
Canadian real life.
Hey,
No.
Roddy Piper. All right, fool, fuck it, dog. You know, shout out to Scotland. You know, I got nothing
Yeah.
against y'all. But if we know that France is now the standard, like every
Yeah.
single crowd should
Oh
now
my
try to
God.
beat that. or come
Yeah.
close to it. And y'all got there. Maybe it was
We
a bigger spot, so we couldn't hear it through the sound. I might be, saying some bullshit. But France, until if we find a crowd that is better than that France crowd, I'm gonna bring that shit up at every fucking Podsider episode. I'm gonna go on a rant at the beginning before I let the homies talk. And then my final, are you guys want to talk about the crowd? Like you fools,
You know what's interesting about the crowd is that after Backlash, it seems like the people in the United States were like, all right, we gotta step it up a little bit.
yeah,
And like Jey Uso would come out and the Fireflies would be out and everything. Everyone's eating left and right. But then that shit died down too. And I'm like, it was like, I think the first week with the whole Liv and Dom thing, like they actually like kiss and like I'm looking at the crowd, there's like zero reaction. I'm like,
fool. Paul Levesque, come on. If you listening to this shit, big dog, you're not gonna be Triple H. Fool. You didn't give fucking Drew McIntyre his old theme song. I said it on the
oh
pod.
my God, yeah.
All right. Julio, you got anything to say about the crowd before I go into my last complaint?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed or remember, but there was like a meter at the end for like the Drew McIntyre fight,
That was
Oh
dope.
and
yeah.
like it was just kind of like in the green, and I'm like, yeah, they were loud, there was singing, but like
It was in
that
purple.
French crowd, like they just wouldn't sit up, and I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean like they kept going. They were
Mhm.
turned up, like they're they're probably handing out like wine instead of like water to people. Like France was turned up, man.
And they
Like
had fireworks, fool. Hold on.
and they had the fireworks.
Bro, they
They
had a
said,
chat.
"Fuck the Olympics." We turned up for WWE.
Yeah. Hey, dog. France, shout out to France. Like I said, all love to Scotland. Scotland, all love. Shout out Drew McIntyre, fool. But the crowd meter, that shit is dope. Now they're gonna bring
That's
that.
cool. That's cool. That's
That's
Yeah,
cool.
cool.
yeah, like bring it
Shout
up.
out to y'all for including that shit, right? Or getting to the green. But it was in France. Now, my last complaint. What the fuck are we doing by putting the Prime logo in the middle of the ring? Fool, get that shit out of there, dog. Get that shit the
Sponsors.
fuck out of there, dog. Fool, this ain't the
Sponsors, man.
UFC, fool. Like, hey, shout out to UFC, dope. But this ain't the fucking UFC. This ain't a
Fucking
boxing match,
Liga
fool.
MX over here.
I swear to
Liga
God, fool. Like
MX.
these fools are gonna start coming down with
Mental
fucking.
mix.
Hey, what was that shit called, fool? Back in the day, that drink that they used to promote for in like Channel 62 and shit. Never mind. It was like an energy drink. Fool, never mind.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you
Mhm.
It
mean.
was like a little bottle, but these fools are gonna
Yeah.
start coming out with fucking like patches, fool, promoting some sponsors,
Yeah.
fool, on the
Bro,
wrestling
imagine
attire.
being like those fighters that wear like those tidy whities and having the like the Prime logo off like on your cheeks
Yup.
as you're pulling up to a fight.
Like the UFC fools, you know how they have their sponsors on their fucking on their shorts
Yeah.
and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, get the fucking Prime logo out of there. I the bottle on the side, that's dope. I
Miente
don't care.
period
Fool.
MX.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
take that shit the fuck out of there. Like, who cares? For like, we don't see they give us a wrestling show.
It looks
Yo,
even,
you th-
it looks even
if-
worse when you see fucking Cody Rhodes, like, because he always kisses the mat,
Oh
and you see
my
him just
God,
kissing the
dog.
middle of the Prime logo, like, oh my God.
Look, if the money's that good, I'm gonna go ahead and repeat what Omar said. Act like it. If they're paying you enough to be like, all right, we're gonna have the giant logo here, we're gonna have the hydration station, and at every event, something's gonna happen, and you all gotta walk over to the hydration station. And I need them to act up like it and maybe like get fancy with the stage. I don't mean the LED stuff that you see in the corners and like at the bottom of the ring. Like get decoration, make it a theme. Clash at the castle. Make the corners look like little like the castle things. You know?
Fool, build a castle. Do that shit. Make them come out royalty style, fool. Like, make them fools come out and fucking. I don't
The
want to
red
be
carpet.
historically inaccurate over here, but make these fools come out in a fucking horse and carriage for some Cinderella shit, you know? Like, let them come out of a castle, fool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, like, shout out to the Scottish people, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be dope, but like if they showed up to the arena and their fools have a castle, dog.
Mm-hmm.
A fucking
Yeah, based on
castle.
like the theme.
You know what I'm saying? Like if they go to fucking Estadio Azteca, fool, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they got a big ass bald eagle, fool, like no, like the Mexican eagle, fool, like
Yeah.
eating a snake and shit, like that'd be crazy, fool, like, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, watching one of those matches in Mexico would be lit. Like I've seen the concert footage. Like, damn,
Yeah.
like just yo, like my nieces watch like Taylor Swift. I have cousins that watch Taylor Swift, and that like bleeds into my TikTok. But the Mexico concert, like, yo, like I don't know if you've seen those clips, Omar, but that was lit. The crowd was losing the shit. Like
Hey,
it
fool.
was like up here, like I don't care who it is. I want to go watch like a big concert like that at one of those venues where
Yeah.
everyone's like losing their mind, making like their jokes and just like saying all this wild shit, like referencing the artist and the bootleg merch.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The
I
bootleg.
need the WWE to have an event there so they can go all out like that.
Yes. Yes. Our people's dog, like, make the stage theme to the either the fucking event name or the people's dog. You know, like let's have some fucking pride, dog. Like
Yeah.
if
We're
they
about to
did
have
like
Cody
when they
Rhodes
did
walking
the
into Luis Miguel.
like when they did fucking WrestleMania here fool at SoFi, dog, a
That
couple
shit
years
was
ago.
sick, bro.
That stage, LA
That
shit,
stage
Hollywood
was the
shit, right?
best, bro. Yeah.
You know, I mean, I get it, fool. That ain't my culture, fool. You know, that's not our shit, right? But like, you know, like it would have been dope if they had like a fucking graffiti wall or some shit, you know. But
Yeah. Yeah.
anyways, right? Like if they go to fucking like I don't know what the fuck. Didn't they fucking the Tampa Bay one? They had a fucking pirate
The
shit,
whole ass
fool.
pirate ship, yeah.
Like give us some crazy shit every event. Like even if it's a small thing, fool. Like it'll be a sandcastle for like I give a fuck, fool. Like you know, give us some dope shit. Take the Prime logo out there too. Get the fuck out of there, dog. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ranting over, fool. I'm done, dog. Like I'm fucking. My rant's over. You supposed to have all.
Oh
If you
man.
We're
got
about,
any complaint right now, like this is the moment, fool. Like you supposed to
My
have any
we're about to
complaint.
complaint
wrap up.
my
We're about to
complaint
wrap
about it's like the stage 2, yeah, I fucking hate how boring these stages are now.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking tired of seeing all the LED like
Oh, I'm tired of that shit,
in
fool.
the ring, around the ring, like
Make that shit dark again, fool. Remember that?
yeah, yeah, it's gotta be like the ring shouldn't be touched. I don't like I'm with Gunther on that. The mat is sacred, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the mat is sacred. Get the fuck out of there with that Prime logo, fool. This is
No,
prime time, not prime drink, fool. Fuck out of here. What about you, Julio? You got any complaints? This is the complaint section right now.
complaint
Oh
section.
man, like
Segment.
again, I'm just too
Suggestions
new.
box.
I'm just too new, but I really feel like we're about to wrap up the episode and be like, all right, everyone, have a good night. And then you're just gonna hear Omar being like, fuck Prime, and then just end the episode. Just cuts to the
Nah,
credits.
fool. Hey, the drink is disgusting too, fool. That's the worst part, fool. That shit tastes
Look,
like
you know,
shit. Have y'all fools tried it?
No, fuck
That
that.
shit is disgusting, dog. Team Gatorade
I've
and
had
Powerade
the
over here. Get the fuck out of here, dog.
I've had the little sticks that you pour in water, but I actively try not to consume them.
Oh
Mhm.
It
my.
wasn't until someone's like, yo, here you go, and it's the only hydration stuff there was in there.
And look, like, even if the drink was good, fool, like they could have a Modelo shit in the out there. Be like, get the fuck out of here. Like, no fucking sponsorships in the ring.
No.
Like, I don't want to be stuck looking at the fucking Prime logo while somebody's doing a quadruple suplex in the fucking corner, dog. You know what I'm saying?
We're
Like,
about
get
to
the
like see someone's live highlight, and it's gonna be them doing like the craziest flip shit, and you just see the Prime logo.
and then Michael Cole referencing Prime, like, oh, right on top of the Prime logo. Remember Prime?
Out of the Prime hydration station.
Use code Prime for 15%.
No, fool. Like, I don't want to hear that shit, dog. Give me a Russian leg sweep, fool, and then don't say nothing about the Prime logo, fool. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, anyways, dog.
Anyways, yeah.
Anyways, all right, fool. First match. What a good way to start the fucking
30 minutes later. All right, first match, boys.
first match. Cody Rhodes defeated AJ Styles in an I Quit match for the undisputed WWE Championship. It was almost 30 minutes long. It was the longest match of the night. Picture perfect. I loved everything about it. My favorite. I took notes of this shit. My favorite thing was like the little segment where they went backstage. Like I haven't
Yeah.
seen that in a while.
Yeah.
Right? We haven't seen that in a while. Like I love that shit. I used to love backstage fighting, wrestling. At least for the fan watching it on like at home. I don't know how it feels to be
Yeah,
like
yeah.
being a fan and paying that much money to go see them wrestle and they're like not even there, right? Like I don't whatever, fool, right? I thought it was dope. I love the fucking wrestling games where you used to be able to go backstage and do
Yeah,
all
yeah.
kinds of crazy shit. Even if it was just like a little from like one door to the other, like it was dope. Cody's mom fucking traveling to Europe. Shout out to mom.
Shout out Mama Rhodes.
Shout out to Mama Rhodes. That was dope how she was involved. I like that shit. Blood, fool. There was fucking blood. I love that shit. Now it's dangerous. Obviously, don't try this at home, right? But I love to see the blood, fool. Like it makes the match interesting. It made the match legit, right? Fool, obviously, I Quit matches have had a history. They talked about it all the whole night during
Yeah.
their match. Like, oh, I Quit match. This is number whatever the fuck. Like only 2 matches, like in the championship. Whatever. They kept referencing, so it was dope, right? Remember that John Cena versus fucking was it JBL and Judgment
JBL,
Day?
yeah.
Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Crazy. Like it was some dope ass I Quit matches. The handcuffs, dog. The fucking handcuffs and shit. I was like, yo, this is dope. Like, when I first seen the bag, I thought it was gonna be thumbtacks. I was like, nah, it's
I
too
thought
many.
thumbtacks too, yeah.
I was like, there's no fucking way they're pulling out the thumbtacks right now, dog. Like, I was like, handcuffs. All right, we'll take that shit. So it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
cool. I thought obviously Cody Rhodes, perfect, perfect way. Maybe they ended their fucking feud right here. I thought, oh man, I forgot what to say. Like, I thought the club was gonna interfere. And then Cody Rhodes was gonna bring some former AEW guys to form his own faction.
That's
That
right.
didn't
Yeah.
happen. That was my theory and shit, but it was dope. That's my points from the fucking match. Dope. What about you, Julio? What you think of that first match?
I want Byron to go first.
All right. That's
All right. All
all
right.
right,
All right.
Byron.
All right. Nah, yeah, it was fucking sick. It was crazy seeing like when I saw the blood, I was like, oh, it's like that right now.
Yep.
I was like, that's cool. And it's like I don't want to get into too much about like AEW and stuff because I do watch them and I like them, but it's not
Nah,
my
fuck him,
favorite.
fool. No, that shit's whack.
But it's like blood is used so often there, it's almost like they're sweating blood at this point, or it doesn't feel like it means anything, you know?
So it makes it mean a lot
It
now
makes it
at
mean a lot
WWE.
now, yeah. And that was sick to see. The fucking spot where he threw the what did he throw? The chair at AJ when he was doing the forearm and then he like bounced off the ropes and then bounced into the table.
Oh, that was dope. That was cool. That was a good spot. That was a fucking
That
good
was
spot.
sick. Fucking, I love the way it ended too. I know, like, seeing some reactions on Twitter and stuff, like, some people didn't like how it ended. They felt like it was too abrupt. But I thought it was fucking perfect. Like, AJ just being, like, a little bitch about it. Like, wait. Like, this is supposed to be fake now. Like, come on.
I mean, what they complaining about? It's 30 minutes, fool. Like that's the longest match
Yeah,
of the night. What do you mean so abrupt? But yeah, continue.
that's the internet. But yeah, no, it was sick. It was sick. Um, Real fun match. I guess, yeah, like you said, this is the end of their feud. Because he quit. But, we'll see what happens with AJ. He still's got a few years in him, I think, maybe.
I don't think so though. I think he might be
No?
out.
Hmm.
I think that's why you put on
He's
that
ha
muscle. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
he's
saying?
having that
Like,
match in Japan. Yeah,
I might tune in for that one. I don't see
that one's
anything
gonna be
that's
sick.
not WWE, fool. I'm a fucking loyal. Hey, Paul Levesque, send me merch, fool. What about you, Julio? What you think of that match?
So for the listeners, we have our own little group chat. I was a little behind, I had some life events going on. So I was in a weird position when I finally sat down to watch the show.
Where were you at, fool? Let it be known, dog.
I'm getting to it. So first off, I want to start with I didn't realize this was an I Quit match. I thought it was going to be the regular match. I may have missed that episode again, just life circumstances, having family over. So, so I was watching it, and my mom's like, "Yeah, well, she sat with me, and we're both watching it." And I put on, she was like, "Oh my God," like, and like as it's doing and everything is going on, I'm like giving her like the storylines, just filling her in so that she knows. And one of my girlfriend's things is that she points out that this is super dramatic, it's over the top, and she's like, "The girls are fighting," because she knows the beef with AJ Styles and Cody.
Yeah.
So I'm watching this match with my mom,
What's good
And
with it?
she's like panicking. She's like, "Ay, Dios mío, like, what está pasando? Se está-" And like,
Like a novela and
I
shit.
yo, like I felt so bad. Like I had to stop watching it with her. I'm like, yo, I'm putting this woman through it. Like I felt so bad, dude.
Sangre,
Like,
like
like yes, because like it cuts to like AJ doing his thing while Cody's like like painting
Yeah,
on
yeah,
himself a little bit,
yeah.
and then she's like, "Está sangrando, Julio," and I'm like. And I'm
Oh
like,
man.
mamá, mire el color, like, se nota que, it's not real. And she's like, oh, okay, like, pero de veras se están agarrando así. And then at one point, like, before that, like, it's one of those things that, those memes, and it's like, oh, when I'm watching anime by myself, when I'm watching anime with my parents, like, at one point, they have each other in like a,
the figure four.
like, yeah, they're figure fourding each other. I had to take a
What the fuck?
picture and I sent it to the group chat.
What
And
the
I'm like,
fuck?
y'all, what's going on? And like it's one of those things where I'm like watching the match and I'm trying to focus, but my mom's there and she's like asking questions, and I'm like, yo, let me explain. Like the mat has like a bounce to it, so when they are getting hit, like it's not like a direct impact. It's kind of like
The springs and shit.
I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just there like, oh my God, like how do I explain them holding each other like that? And then like, I see the bag and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to stop this. My mom's gonna have like something's gonna happen with her. She sees them bring up the tax.
What's that,
And
Oh,
you know
scissoring?
what?
What the
I
fuck,
would
bro?
have I would have preferred them bringing out tax than the
The handcuffs?
than the handcuffs. I'm like, yo, this woman's gonna think I'm watching like 50 grades of shades of gray with her, like super chill. I just see these men put each other in handcuffs at one point. I'm like, you know, this is
Hey,
just gonna feed
this is
her
wrestling.
being like, this is why I don't want you to watch this.
Oh
And like
shit.
it was like a really kinky fight. Like they were wilding out. I just had to stop. I had to take it off. Like at one point, I'm like, nah, this is it. I'm, I'm not watching this with you anymore. Like, nah, fam.
Hey, cause in the questions go about wrestling or something else and shit. Like,
Oh my God.
yeah,
This
you
woman's
wanna
probably like, she's probably like, you know what? It's Pride Month. It's probably him feeling comfortable enough to tell me something. And then she's probably like, I didn't think he was going to be so out of pocket that he was going to make me watch, this type of documentary
in the name
with
of
me. These men
wrestling and
are
shit.
about to get naked and like, and I was just like so weirded out and uncomfortable. I'm just there like, yo, let me take this off. Like, you know, I took it off. I watched it on my own and it definitely was like, these two are putting out great fights, like like the skill level and everything. You can tell it's top tier. Um, but I do feel like it might be like Family Guy with like Peter and the chicken,
Yeah, I know
where
what
they're
you're
just
talking about.
randomly fighting. It just kind of feels like that to me, like the whole retirement thing, and then immediately like AJ is jumping Cody. That's what I feel like it's gonna be. Like it's gonna be one of those things where I can see AJ winning the Money in the Bank, and then Cody breaking into a fight, and then the both of them just go into like some random like fight,
Just on site.
like AJ cashing
it's
in
on
like the
site.
Money in the Bank on site, or like AJ fighting someone for the Money in the Bank box after that
Mm.
person, blue blood, sweat, and tears and chairs wins the Money in the Bank,
The
just so
fly,
that we have fight number four.
flying forearm off the ladder. Ooh.
Oh
We'll say
shit!
that. We'll say that for later, dog. We'll say that for later.
But yeah, it was a really good match. Like
Great match.
Mama Rhodes, I love like she knows what she married into, and it's part of the family. That woman like slapping, I'm like immediately in my head, I'm doing that theme like when someone's getting punched and the crowd's like one, two. That's what I was like, one, two, three,
Slap the shit out
four.
of a fool. Shit, slap
I
the
was
shit out of that fool. Dog.
God damn. She was taking some of the stress out. Like we know, for, like unfortunately, that her husband had like cancer, so she's probably taking out the stress and shit from like that man, like not doing something around the house and forgetting to throw the trash, and her being like, "Yeah, I can't yell at him. He's going through it." She's like taking that out on him. I know for a fact she had like some pent up aggression she was taking out on AJ. He's probably backstage like, "Yo, we were, it was this wasn't real.
Supposed to be like
I was
one
ready for that
slap.
woman to jump in with a chair and just like blah blah."
She just kept going. I was like, what the fuck is this lady
Yeah.
doing?
I was like, "Yo."
Hey, they said one slap. She took advantage. She's like, fuck it, that's my son. And shout out to Mama Rhodes. Hey, don't man.
Rhodes MVP.
Before we move on though, I do want to reference this shit. I think it was funny how they did the Mark Henry retirement.
Oh yeah.
The little nod to Mark Henry's retirement with John Cena a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Might have been a shot just because Mark Henry's contract finished up with AEW. I don't really know what the fuck that is. Might have just been Triple H being funny and shit. But whatever. I thought it was I forgot about that shit until you said that shit, Julio. But it was a good opening match. 27-45. Great. I quit match.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes. I think he's picking up steam as a champion, dog. I think that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely leaning into the dark side. Like this is a super gnarly fight, and all I can think of is when you were like, "Yo, I can see him like, turning heel and like getting all like gnarly," and like this was definitely proof of that. The fact that he was like the step thing, like they were beating each other with everything, and then he was beating him with a chair.
Yeah.
Another thing, the moment that like AJ put the chair on his neck, my mom was like freaking out. She's like, I was just there like, oh man, like,
Hey, no, because that shit looks crazy, dog. That shit does look. I remember when I was a kid, I was like, nah, there's no fucking way, dog. This motherfucker surviving after that one.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it was. It was definitely an experience, and like, I got home because I want to go do something, and I came home and I was like, oh, like heads up, I'm gonna be recording. She's like, okay, cool, but don't tell your friends that you were watching the fight with me. I'm like, no, I can't. It's too late. I texted them. I gotta bring it up. She's like,
there's a whole pod episode now and shit. Like it's a wrap, dog.
God, dude, like
it was. Está bien, doña. No pasa nada. Está bien.
It's okay.
Está bien.
And then all I'm thinking of is like I told these two, and then Omar's like, my mom's like, ¿y el Undertaker? Oh, mamá, este señor es como la versión lesbiana del Undertaker. And in English, Omar was saying that my mom was gonna ask where's Undertaker, and I was gonna explain to her that no, this is the lesbian version of the Undertaker.
We're talking about Damien Priest over here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This isn't us saying some shit. It's on the internet, dog. Like, don't come at us and shit. But that's
we're repeating the internet. This is the WWE universe.
Bro, what a nickname. We'll bring that shit up in the last match, fool. But that is
we'll bring it up and some other things. And like they actually asked about Ron Killings about that nickname.
When? In the interview?
That was like
there was like a random interview. I don't know if I said that to you guys, but like someone interviewed him and they asked him if Damien knew about it. And he's like, oh, I don't think he knows, but I'm sure if he knew about it, he will probably wear that with pride.
Well, he did have an Undertaker tattoo that he had to cover up when he started wrestling for WWE. Y'all know that?
I didn't know that. Damn.
Look that shit up. Damien Priest had an Undertaker tattoo, dog. Like, I think that for him, that was his favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
We can tell.
It makes sense, dog, right? So
the outfit makes sense.
There's a correlation to that nickname, right? But we'll leave that to another time. Second match, they call this the Unholy Union. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, or I forgot. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, Isla Dawn. Yeah, that's right.
Defeated Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, who were the champions, and Shayna Baszler.
It was a triple double team match.
It was a weird ass match, fool.
Yeah.
I thought, like, first of all, like Baszler and Stark, they just looked like an awkward like tag team.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. I like Shayna Baszler. I think she's dope, dog. I just don't know how much more she could do with her character. And same with Zoe Stark. So I get why they just I don't think they had any plans for them to be tag team. They're just like one of those tag teams that they put together that
Mm-hmm.
there's a potential that it could work because they're both fucking just like beasts.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
then
You know what that tag
Bianca
team? I'm sorry,
Belair.
I
Now
don't
go
mean
ahead,
to
go
cut
ahead.
you off. But you know what that feels like? That feels like when you're making a class project and either like everybody groups up with their friends or the teacher doesn't think about it, and then there's that awkward ass like matchup of two kids and like very different, but somehow like they put them together and like they're presenting, and you could tell the presentation like they put effort, they did everything they had to do. They're both individually like their own people, but that presentation is just weird. That's
Hey,
what that
hey,
feels like.
it's like that one
Yeah.
loud cholo food up teaming up with the fucking the shy rocker girl. The shy
Oh
rocker girl fool. You
yes,
know what I'm saying?
yes.
Or the just like one of those dog, like one of those like awkward parents. But it works, fool. It fucking works. And they might have
It
the greatest
works.
presentation, but you're up there like, how the fuck are
The
they
flow
like?
is off. The
Yeah,
flow is off.
it's just awkward, dog. Like, and
Yeah.
that's what it feels like and shit.
He's like home, like the mitochondria fool. That's the powerhouse of that cell, dog.
And then because
And
don't
like
they?
he's using terminology that you're like, this fool learned this shit for this presentation.
And then the girl, the shy rocker girl, is just like all quiet, dog. Like she's like
Yeah.
sitting, like she's like saying everything like how it's supposed to and shit. No fucking emotion whatsoever. Like just straight facts, logical, makes sense. And then the other fools out there just like laughing with the homie in the back and shit, like trying to like giggle fool on the side without getting caught. Because
And,
I don't
and
hey,
you
get
see
me
like the teacher in
now.
the
Go ahead,
corner,
go ahead.
like, damn. The teacher's like, damn, I
What
fucked
the
up.
fuck did I do?
What I do? What did I do? This presentation's supposed to be 5 minutes. If they finish within three, I'm giving them extra credit.
Yep. It's like one of those surprising ones. It's just like it could work. Like on paper, it doesn't work, but it works. Cause don't Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler kind of have like the same gimmick, like the powerhouse women. I don't know
Uh,
who Zoe Stark is like that. I never, because the way
Ki-
they presented her, it was like that. Like she's like the aggressive like I'm gonna fuck you up, like
yeah.
mean
Yeah.
like gimmick, right? And Shayna's kind of like the same, like MMA mean, like I'm gonna fuck you up.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, I
Roughly the
guess
same, roughly the
roughly the
same.
same. I thought the match was weird for like the triple threat, like three of them in the ring at the same time,
Yeah.
and they could only tag their own partner. I thought it was pretty fucking weird.
Mhm.
I thought it was a weird
Yeah.
match. I've never seen that shit. I think Bianca and Jade were getting better. I don't know where this leads them or where they're gonna take this.
Mm-hmm.
It just seemed like they had a lot more chemistry in this one. Um, I thought my favorite spot was that one sequence outside where everybody teamed up against Jade Cargill,
Mhm.
right? On the
Yeah.
outside and shit, they fucked her up. And then the results, it surprised me. It surprised the fuck out of me just because I don't know who the fuck the Unholy Union is, right? They're both from Scotland, right? Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
the first two Scotland wrestlers to come out. Cool, it was dope. Never heard of them. But I thought it was, I didn't know this. I didn't know this shit, dog. But I thought it was like dope how they showed them with their family dog after the match because
Oh yeah, that
I
was.
forgot who it was
Mhm.
that I think their mom passed away or something or their dad passed away somebody's family,
Yeah,
Oh
I heard
man.
that too. I don't know the details, but yeah.
and so I thought it was beautiful, let them
Yeah.
show the because these are humans full like these are just performers,
Yeah.
right, but they're also human, so they're real people and shit, so I thought it was beautiful and shit. But what about you, Byron? What you think of the match?
It was a cool match. Yeah. Yeah, that triple threat is kind of weird, but I liked it. You know, I thought because there's been like when it's multiple team or more than two teams where it's like there'll be two people in the ring
Yeah,
and then you can like try to tag yourself in. You know, like even if that's not your teammate that you're tagging. Like, but it was. I thought it was cool. I thought it was solid. Um, that fucking that what's it called? The slip. I don't. I'm not gonna hold anything against her. It feels like some people like are waiting for that sort of shit to happen. You know, to like point at her, point at other wrestlers, be like, "Oh, look,
oh,
they're
she
not as
botched.
good." Yeah,
Yeah,
she botched, but like whatever. Like, I mean, we saw like the ref was telling AJ, "Hey, watch the ropes," and then the thing happened in the main event. Like, you know, at the end of the day, they put on a great show. I love the match. That was a great ending. Like, I wasn't expecting it. Um, yeah, I think that tag team with Zoe and Shayna is a little weird, like you said. I think it's time to like long overdue for like Shayna Baszler to be like how she was in NXT.
the
just
dominant.
just fucking like tearing through everybody, like not giving a fuck, you know? Um and I like Zoe Stark too, but I don't know. Something about that matchup is just like not it's not
It
working.
doesn't feel right.
Yeah. Maybe it's because they're so similar that like I guess like there's no dynamic to it. But it was a cool match. I mean, they're both really good in the ring, so the matches, the moves themselves are entertaining, I think. And the ending was cool. Yeah.
I don't even want to pass it to Julio, dog. Like I'm scared.
I know, bro.
What
No,
about it,
like
Julio? What'd you think of the match, dog?
What'd you think of the
see, I
match?
I really I really want you to do that thing where I'm like, you know what I think, and you just cut to the next like fight. That would be just amazing editing. You're welcome to do that. I wouldn't be mad. But I thought it was interesting. Like again, I'm so used to like that weird thing where you can tap people in, and there's always that thing where like you can tell it's like a three or four different people like teams together like against each other, and then there's always that like they lean to a specific like set of fighters fighting each other. But what it ended up feeling like was like that everyone versus these two, just because these two have been winning, and there's just so much hype, and these are like the top tier stars. Um, the nerd in me thought that Jade Cargill's like outfit looked like some sort of like D&D elf type of thing, which I thought was sick. I'll give props to whoever did like the makeup for her. I thought it was really cool. I think most of the time her like outfits and stuff what they're doing with this matchup is really cool.
Yeah.
Like the spikes that the Belair had, I thought was cool. And then like midway through the fight, you just see like little spikes scattered everywhere.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know if you guys
They go
picked that
flying,
up.
yeah.
I thought it was so random, and I was really hoping they were soft because like I can just imagine like not realizing that it's there and slamming someone just to like some like plastic like thing just bonking you in the back. Um, yeah,
What the
again, it was
fuck?
like, dude, like, yeah, because like, it's just one of those things that I'm just kind of like,
Who wants to see a freak accident and shit?
yeah, you don't want to see a freak accident, like I'm just here hoping that
Some
everyone's having
different
a
shit,
good
huh?
time.
Some different shit.
Yeah,
Like, oh, what the like? Yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Now that I think about it.
yeah. Then they gotta like cut the fight short, for these things. But like it was interesting to see them match up like that. Um,
Yeah.
I didn't expect the fight to end like that. I assumed that they were gonna like overpower them like early on in the fight. Like it was like 2-on-1 on like Cargill, and Cargill just kind of like flipped them off of her and stuff. Um, yeah, again, it was definitely different to see, and it was an interesting fight. I am kind of upset that that ends with them. I think I told you all that I was expecting it to be at one point where they got to like the very top, that were like they couldn't go any further, and then there becomes like an ego type of thing, and they both fight each other. That would have been a cool thing, but you know what? I'm okay with the way it ended, just to see how the WWE handles these two fighters and how they help them grow.
I like surprises sometimes, fool. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
that was a surprise that nobody asked for, right? But
yeah,
it was dope, dog. It's you know what it is, fool? It's always the best way to make stars,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
right? It's always the best way to make stars sometimes is by pulling out a fucking upset like that, because that's what they called it, an upset.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Over because I mean Bianca Belair, that's a marquee name, dog. Jay Cargo, that's a marquee name, dog. That's a fucking main event name right there.
Hmm.
And they're the champions, and then they lose to these. To me, like to the casual viewer, that they're gonna be known as the unknowns, right? These are the underdogs.
Right.
These women, dog, they could have the greatest matches of all time, but I never heard of them. You feel me? And
Yeah.
shout out to them, fool. Shout out to them. And
It
even
was.
Triple H said it like at the end of the conference is like, well, they didn't just win because of that tragedy, right? They won because they deserve it. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
who would think like that first of all in the first place, right? But the
Yeah.
wrestling fucking community fool is some toxic ass
I
fool,
know. I
fool,
know, bro.
lame ass fools. Levas. I mean, I'm part of that shit too. I was talking about the Prime logo, but anyways, fucking final thoughts,
Anyways.
Byron.
No, yeah, it's good. It Well, what I forgot to say earlier, yeah, it's good to see them get their flowers, literally and
Mhm.
figuratively. Like, um, I went to the NXT show in LA where they won the tag titles, like when the NXT women's tag titles were still a thing. And like seeing them live in that match was like really sick. That was the first time I like heard of them or anything. Because like tickets were super cheap and it was fun and they were like super entertaining. They had their like weird sort of like wizardry gimmick, and it's fun. Like it's like reminds you of like the older days in wrestling, and but I like them a lot. And then they get called up to the main roster like what last year, a couple years ago, and they just dropped the titles to Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, and it's like I think this was like the first time we seen them on TV regularly since then. So it's for me it's like it's about time that they've gotten. I didn't think they were gonna win the titles, but at least to put them on TV and show people what they're made of, and I think it was really cool. Like you said, that surprise like really makes it like is a big part of it and like
It's also
hooks people in.
the match was 12 minutes long, fool. So I think that's what caught people by surprise that it ended like that.
Yeah.
It was the shortest match actually in the card.
Mm-hmm.
12 minutes and 10 seconds and shit. So
Because they're cooking something up.
yeah, I'm not gonna be here and be like, oh, the right team won
Mm-hmm.
because I still think that Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill should have kept the title, but I'm not mad at that result. I'm not
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3, Sami Zayn defeats Chad Gable with Otis and Maxine Dupree by pinfall. 22 minutes and 15 seconds, dog. This is the second longest match in the card. It was for the Intercontinental Championship. I just thought it was crazy, dog. Like there was a cryptic message at the beginning. I don't know if you guys caught that.
Yeah.
It was like a cryptic message. I think that was like alluding to the Wyatt Six. I think that's what they were doing. Those cryptic like staticky like disruptions of the programming. I thought it was dope. That's the first time I seen that shit. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Right?
Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah. It's been on like Raw and SmackDown both. I've been having that. Like
Since
I
like
I just never
March.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've never gone had the time, but I remember one of the first ones I went on Twitter and someone like posted what it was and it was like some crazy like stuff and I was just like, yo, this is the stuff that I'd see when I was like 12 and like I just
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't fall asleep that night.
And no, it
Yeah.
was crazy. I was like, cause I knew that Uncle Howdy and all them fools are gonna pull up. I just
Yeah.
didn't. I never like cause I don't really watch shit like that. Dog. So it was a surprise to me to see that. I was like, oh, that's dope. It's like, okay, I know what's going on. Like they're teasing them. They're teasing them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I get it. I understand. I love teasers, dog. I love teasers like that.
Yeah.
It caught me by surprise. Um, there was three. It was like two or three fucking things I like about that match. I like the result. I thought it was dope. Good way to continue or finish. At this point, I feel like it's finished, right? Because now it's
Yeah.
different fools are gonna challenge for the title. So it was a good way to finish the story between Chad Gable and Sami Zayn. I think we talked about this in the chat. That flip, when he was gonna go out the rope onto outside the ring, and he landed and he sat on the ropes and he flipped backwards.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was a dope, like
Yeah. That's
stopping
sick.
his momentum. I like that spot. There was a crazy moment in that match when Sammy tried to do like a suplex, fool, like a send this fool, what was it, like a German suplex kind of, and
Yeah.
Chad Gable landed on his head,
Oh, on his neck.
on
Yeah.
his neck. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because shit like that, it happens,
Yeah. It happens. Yeah.
but it's dangerous way. You know what I'm saying? It's dangerous. I was like, oh, I hope this fool's all right. Because for a split second, it looked like this fool was out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know. I didn't really read any reports after, or I didn't see anything that this fool like suffered anything. I mean, he looked fine the next day or on Monday. And I was like, yo, this fool really landed on his fucking head on some indie shit, dog, on some indie wrestling shit, fool, you know? Fuck it,
Yeah.
dog. I was like, fuck it, like it's
Yeah.
dope. It's fucked up. It's dangerous, but it looked dope, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Full land on his head. There's some real life element to it. Like I said, don't try this at home. Otis, dog. This pay-per-view, like this son, you know, like I'm cheering, dog. I'm going loud. I'm in my room,
Oh my
smacking my
god.
fucking table. I was like, smack this fool, like fuck this fool up, dog. Fuck this fool up. And you know, I thought it was funny as fuck when this fool like landed on Maxine's leg,
Yeah.
and then this fool Otis is just like, you know, shit happens. I thought it was gonna happen at that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
Lee,
so
we'll
too,
talk
yeah.
about this because the storyline is still going on. It's still
Mhm.
continuing. Who said Perk Gable?
I did.
Yo,
Did you see the
like,
sign?
yo, hey, look,
Did you guys see the sign?
I didn't
No,
see
I
the
didn't see
sign,
this. I
fool,
didn't see
but
it.
hey, look, Kurt Angle, fool, top 5 all time. If you were in the wrestling in the internet wrestling community, you would know that Perk Angle, legend, fool, might be the greatest wrestler to have ever lived, dog. Might even be greater than Shawn Michaels, fool, in his prime.
Honestly.
Perk Angle, dog, like the GOAT, the fucking GOAT, fool. Can't walk now. But this fool put his body for our entertainment off of
Mhm.
like 60 fucking I don't even know what the fuck he was doing for, but that
Like
nickname.
60.
Now, obviously, I'm just gonna say this. I don't condone any drug use. I'm against drugs. I'm a fucking against the use of drugs, but I understand that we're living in the real world and people do use drugs. So use them
Mhm.
safer, you do, right?
Mhm.
Is it a fucked up nickname? Yes and no, because he was actually doing them. And he was out there doing fucking backflips and all kinds of shit. All kinds
Mhm.
of ridiculous shit. Like fucking doing backflip, front flips off of the stage and shit. For doing moonsaults way off of the top of the cage, like he's
Oh,
still in
it's
his
the
20s
cage.
and shit. Not feeling anything. Chad Gable,
That
the
look
sec-
in his eye?
the second coming of fucking of Kurt Angle, not, you know, at the same level, but he's up there, dog. He's a great athlete. He might be the best one in the company.
Yeah, yeah.
And he just had the Perk Gable look in his eyes at the end of the match. And as soon as this fool Byron said the message, I was like, yo, this was a psychopath. I like, this was gonna snap right now, fool. I was like, yo, this fool does look like fucking Perk Angle and shit. I was like, yep, this fool's going down the rabbit hole. Hope you don't, Chad. I hope you don't go down that rabbit hole, but
I
it's
know.
dangerous, fool. All right, Byron, take it
There's
away. Take it away, Byron.
yes, goodbye.
Um, this match was the match, the storyline's interesting to me because I for sure at some point, like not just this match, but like the previous title matches between these two, like I thought at some point Chad's gonna win, you know?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna win too, fool.
And it just didn't happen. And that's cool too, like uh if you guys saw like the next day on Raw, like how the general manager was like, "Oh, back of the line, I guess," like you couldn't get it done, you know? And it's kind of like, "Oh, he's such an asshole that like he can't even see like that it's himself like, making himself lose,
Yeah.
blaming everyone else." But like I was like, "Okay, like maybe he's going to win today." But no, he didn't win. But it was a great match. Great match. I thought Otis was going to pop off on him too there.
Oh, bro, I was cheering so loud, dog. Stomping my foot, fool, smacking my table. I thought it was it,
Get
dog.
his ass. Nah, but it was cool. It was cool. Good match, good spots. That fucking like we were talking about that the flips that Sammy was doing in that suplex. He did um where he was on the apron. He like swung his legs around the top of the ropes and like used it to springboard off and into a moonsault on the back.
Oh,
That
yeah.
shit was fucking sick. Like Sammy, he doesn't look like he could pull shit off, but he'll surprise you. I mean, he's been on the indie scene, like he has that like history. But even like it's not an advanced stage, but everyone's getting older and he still pulls this shit off. Like it's crazy.
He
It's
looks
fun to
like
watch.
that the dad that looks like he's fit, but is always at the brewery and still
Yeah,
runs the next day type
yeah,
of body.
yeah.
The low key dad bod.
Low
That's what
key,
he
you got the sleeper build. That's what
The
he's
sleeper.
The sleeper build.
Oh shit. Oh, what about you, Julio? I know you're a big Sammy fan, dog.
I think I said it because I think I've mentioned it before. Again, like the build where he looks like he's one of your homies. Like we're all slowly starting to look like that. Father Time is catching up to us.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite jokes I think I dropped in the chat is like, you can't defeat a man who proudly listens to ska like that.
Yep.
And I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like he's fighting for his life, and he looks because he looks relatable.
Mm-hmm.
I
Everybody
cheer him
cheers for him.
on, which is what it's hilarious because you look how he's built, and then you look at Chad Gable who's got muscles on muscles. That man has no
Awesome,
neck.
bro.
He's just like, ah.
He's just the atypical wrestling body, fool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a dude. He literally looks like the homie, you know,
Amateur
like,
wrestler, not even like a WWE wrestler. The amateur wrestler,
Yes.
dog.
Mm-hmm.
That fool looks like he probably doesn't know how to do like a proper like form when he's working out. He just lifts stuff to lift stuff, you know?
Ah, just like rushing his shit.
Yeah.
Pain in game.
He just yeah. So it was cool to win, you know. It feels like one of us beating like a super tech guy, like buff guy like that, like Chad Gable. And there's a second, and you really got to be looking, like, because like I wonder, because like there's always something in the background that's just gonna catch my attention,
Yeah.
and I might be mixing this up with Raw afterwards, but there's a moment in that fight when they're towards the commentators when I think Chad's speaking with Maxine and Otis, and in the back by the stairs, there's a fan with a sign that says Perk Gable. I wanted to take a picture of it. I have no idea. I was like doing something else at the time when that fight was happening, and I missed the opportunity to send both of you the photo, but I saw that and I'm like, I'm gonna bring this up. That me
Hey,
dying.
look, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna take a picture of it and I'm gonna put it on the pod. So because I
That's
forgot
gonna
to see
be
it.
that's gonna be like
Yeah.
the cover of the pod.
Yeah,
Perk Gable.
that's gonna be the thumbnail for. It's gonna have the fucking
That's the
Perk
thumbnail.
Gable.
The
Perk
shaved head.
Gable.
Yep.
The face.
Oh, that meme
yeah.
and shit.
That meme, yeah.
Like
That meme is fucking funny, dog. That shit is humor, fool. Like, why they do my boy Kurt Angle like that, dog? Like, why they do this fool so dirty? You know what I'm saying? Like the fool that listens but he's not listening type shit.
Yeah.
Go on, yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, like they're both Olympians too, so it's just like stacking onto it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like it was a good fight. I think we all expected at one point eventually he was gonna win, and it was gonna be like one of those things where, like, I told you guys that he was gonna win and immediately just get rocked by Otis, and Otis is somehow gonna end up with the championship. It didn't happen, but it would have been great, especially after that moment when Chad stopped Otis from doing the caterpillar.
Yeah.
That's the moment that I knew that I wanted Otis to rock this man and walk away with that championship. But it is what it is, you know.
It is what it
We at
is.
least saw Braun Strowman on Raw the following day. Put him in
I
check.
told
And
you
at one-
I don't like bullies.
Yes, I was going to say that phrase right now. That moment he said that, I'm like, yep, that's okay.
It's a wrap.
He's like, I got one guy for you, and like you just see Chad staring at like Roman like that, and I'm like, damn. Chad is one of those like 5'5", 5'3" guys who get like mad buff because he can't to compensate for his height, and you just see him staring.
What do you call
like
this for?
up.
Napoleon?
Yeah, and at one point, I know this is Raw and this isn't the fight, but like he's trying to like suplex Strowman, but he can't even get him off the ground because he's just too damn tall.
Yeah.
You know, I like Gable because he has a little like comedy to him.
Yeah.
Cause he could go, fool. He could fucking go, dog. He
Yeah.
could really go, but he's so funny.
You don't get that
sometimes.
shredded for nothing.
Yeah, but he has that comedy to him. That's why, as much as you hate him, you want to see him. You want to see what he does next.
Yeah.
It's like Kurt Angle. Remember when Kurt Angle was doing that funny shit in the early 2000s?
Mm-hmm.
Always funny, dog. Always on some funny shit. I was on some funny shit with him, Edge, and Christian. Fool, those were
Yeah.
funny ass times. Just shit. But Chad Gable was up there. Like, he's funny as fuck.
Yeah,
He's fucking
he's
humor,
cool.
dog. But yeah, shout out to Sammy, fool.
Shout out
Yeah.
Sammy.
Shout out to Sammy.
Keep up skying.
All right,
Shout out
match. Go ahead.
shout out Chad wherever he is, cause
Oh yeah, we'll save whatever happened from that Raw up until Money in the Bank for the next one. But yeah, a lot of
yeah,
cool shit going on. Telling you, for if we could be here for hours.
yeah,
We'll
yeah.
the next shit. But match number 4.
Number 4, yeah.
Oh, the last one was 22 minutes and 15 seconds. Match number 4 is Bailey, the champion, defeated Piper Niven with Chelsea Green by pinfall for for the women's championship. The WWE Women's Championship. It was 13 minutes long. That match, it was dope. It was cool, right? It was classic Bailey, fool. Classic Bailey. Big fan of Bailey. I like the Bailey to belly from the ropes, fool. That was a
Yeah,
dope
that was
spot.
sick. That was
That was
sick. Yeah.
dope, because it makes Piper look like, it makes her look better for actually,
Yeah.
because you have to pull out all the stops to beat her, you know. I think it was funny as fuck when Green showed up with a mask after being kicked out. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Dog? She pulled that. It was a Rey Mysterio mask.
Yes, the Rey
It
Mysterio
was the
mask,
Rey
yeah.
Mysterio purple mask. I was like, this shit is funny as fuck. Like that match, I'm not really a big Piper Niven fan. I'm a big Bailey fan, but I like that match. I like that
Yeah.
match. It was a solid match and shit. I'm gonna say this: there was not a single like bad match in this whole pay-per-view, like in this whole
Mm-mm.
PLE and shit. People were calling it mid. I thought it was dope. Fool.
Mm-mm.
I thought it was solid match and shit. What about you?
Yeah.
What you think of match number 4?
Yeah, that was pretty good. Like Piper is like massive, like, and she works out. Like I think they even put the clips like between the fight and like hyping it up. Like, hey, like I've been doing this forever. Like I didn't just kind of start looking for the
Yeah.
clout. Like I'm for this, and like, they're giving the background that like when she was in school, she wouldn't share with kids that she was into wrestling because she didn't want to be weirded out.
And she's from
And
Scotland
then
too, right?
Yeah,
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 she's
she's
got
from
it.
Scotland too. And I think I'm gonna save a comment that I'm waiting to say. Um, but yeah, it's like interesting, and this is when they dropped that there was like NXT like UK, and I was like, oh, like this is a thing.
Yeah.
That was a fight where I found out about that. The Chelsea Green thing is hilarious, but um, I said with the last fight when we were talking about how Nia Jax like finally won something, it feels like Piper is finally going to get her moment.
Mhm.
Earlier in the week, I think I told you, in our group chat, I brought up how Chelsea Green, like I saw some footage of her like in a fight where she's not playing the character that she's playing now,
Mm-hmm.
that she's constantly complaining, and it's one of those things that Piper had a moment, and hopefully they build her up following this match where like she can show off her full skills and stuff she can do, and hopefully the same thing for Chelsea, where it isn't like a gimmick or just kind of like a joke type of thing where it's like her and they put her up against like Nia Jackson and she just gets completely obliterated, but like someone where she can actually get like a decent like fight out of her. And we can see her skills and she gets some of her roses that she deserves.
She's a
Yeah.
decent wrestler, right? I've never seen Chelsea Green wrestle.
Oh, she's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah,
doing really
she's
good
great.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why they
Yeah.
have her doing the comedy shit. I don't know, because they did the same shit at the Royal Rumble. The last time only time I ever seen her wrestle was the Royal Rumble. She was doing some comedy shit at that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
But
like
yeah,
I said, it's probably just how big the roster really is, where it's like we need to move this across, but then some people get like on the wayside, like we said with Baszler and like the women's match. You know, they feel like the last two kids that like they don't know who to put together for a project, so that's kind of where they put them for that match. Because they both are really good fighters, and we've seen them at the Royal Rumbles and everything. And it's just something to do with them, so they're not left outside. But it happens, and this was a pretty good fight. Like they're really good fighters, and it just showcased Piper's skills a bit better.
what about you, Byron? What you think of match
Yeah.
number 4?
I thought it was a great match, honestly. For a second, I thought that Piper was gonna win, and they were just gonna pull the surprise.
Another
But
one?
another one, yeah. But no, it was great. It was great seeing uh Piper in her home country and getting to show off like what she can actually do. Because yeah, like the promo says, she didn't just come out of nowhere. You know, she's been
She
paying her
could go.
dues.
She
She
could
could
go.
go.
Yeah.
She was like ICW. You know, that's how she started out and everything. And her moveset's really cool too. Like she's real nimble like that. You know, um, and yeah, the stuff with Chelsea was great. She's fucking funny. Um, Interestingly enough, like, cause I like Chelsea Green a lot, like her character and like I was seeing some interviews that she was doing, and she was like, I don't really like I know what my role is like
Mm.
in wrestling, you know, like I don't really care that I'm not winning matches, you know, like when she returned in the Royal Rumble like almost 2 years ago now, like she got eliminated like immediately,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like that shit was like fun, you know? Like I don't really like if I don't win a championship, like that's cool, but like I want to go out there and like entertain people and everything. And like I think that's something that um is easy to get caught up on. Like, oh, they're not using this wrestler, they're not using that wrestler, they're being wasted. Like one, it's tough because there's so many like talented people. Like if like you can't give everyone the same opportunity, you know? Um and some people are just gonna shine more than others, like no matter what. But like it's cool seeing her approach to wrestling like that because she like understands it to that degree, and like, but now it's becoming to the point where like people like are really receptive to what she's doing and they're like cheering her on. You know, it's really cool. Like what
I mean, the
happened with
reaction when she came out, like it
yeah
was.
yeah yeah. So it's fucking it's great. It's great seeing that like she's getting big and she probably like she's not even like necessarily thought of that was gonna be the outcome, maybe, you know? But she's like now the crowd's like really on her side and it was cool. Um
She's grown on us.
yeah. Yeah, it's cool. So yeah, I thought the match was dope. Bailey's yeah, like you said, she's fucking sick. Um what's her next with Nia Jax now? So
Yeah.
we'll see how that turns out at SummerSlam. That was cool. Um, for a second, you know, like before I went back and saw the replay, I was like, oh, fucking like a roll up finish again. But no, it was like a little different. It was like crucifix driver. I'm like, okay, okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Um, but no, it was a cool match. Cool match. I was uh probably tied for my like second favorite match of the night with
Hmm.
like the I Quit match. I really liked it. I thought it was cool.
Yeah. It's just surprise matches where you just like, it's the we used to be
Mm.
like, it's the match before the main event. This is
Yeah, yeah,
restroom
yeah,
break, right? But it was a
yeah,
solid match. I was like, oh shit, this is cool, fool. I could say the Bailey to Bailey from the ropes is like, oh,
yeah,
yo, like
yeah. It
that.
was sick.
That was dope. I was like, that's a cool little spot. I will say this to add to your point about um how there's so many wrestlers now. There's so many like
Yeah,
champions now. I believe, and you guys could disagree with me, that Bailey's title run is forgettable, not because she's a forgettable character, but because how the way they're writing Liv Morgan's title run
mm,
is so dope that you kind of forget that there's a second champion. Almost,
right.
it's almost like the Damon Priest thing. Well, Damon Priest, because he was facing Drew and they were being in Scotland.
Yeah.
It kind of was like it kind of surpassed a little bit of the Cody Rhodes like and AJ
Yeah, yeah,
Styles hype, but that was just be the benefit of being in Scotland. That was the benefit of having Drew, and it wasn't a Damon Priest thing. Like it's one of those things where there's two champions, but there's always gonna be a champion that's the storyline's better. I don't know.
yeah,
Does that make sense?
yeah. They just
Yeah.
like stick out a little bit more.
Yeah, because I mean the Liv Morgan storyline is dope because obviously Rhea Ripley's still involved, even if she's not there.
Hmm.
And anything that Rhea Ripley's involved in is obviously gonna get more eyes.
Yeah,
Right. Bailey dope. Like I'm saying, dope title. I mean, dope championship, dope title run. I just feel like she's at a disadvantage in terms of her writing,
hmm,
like the way they're building up her title and what they're gonna do with her. I don't know where they're gonna go with the Nia Jax angle, but let's be optimistic. I'm being optimistic, right? It's the same way we're giving Damon Priest his
Yeah, yeah,
chance. It's the same way I'm gonna give Bailey her chance. She deserves it, right? She deserves everybody to be optimistic. Who knows? Let's see what comes next. Let's see what comes
yeah.
next.
So, but speaking of that thing where like Bailey's is little, like does has little to shine. One of the things that I do think is that they've made her this like active fighting, I'm just constantly fighting type of role,
Mm.
and it's given us moments to shine lights on like the different personalities. With Naomi, with Tiffany Stratton,
Oh
and
boy.
right now with Piper Niven, where it's been like that thing where like I think she even fought someone from Damage Control, and I'm drawing a blank right now, but like
Oh, Io Sky?
she, yeah, yeah,
Mm.
she fought
Yeah.
Io. It feels like it has been that thing where she's given all these other people some of their flowers,
Mm-hmm.
including some of the newer people, which I think is kind of cool. And again, like going back to that thing where like the rosters are so big that these people might have they were introduced and we haven't really seen anything with them in a minute.
Yeah.
But at one point we still, you know they existed because there was a moment where the light was shining and they were able to shine the light on these people, even if it was for a second.
And maybe like she'll get the next big storyline, right? Where it'll
Yeah.
be Bailey versus Jade Cargo or Bailey versus Bianca or somebody steps up, right? And then she gets the main storyline, right? Because obviously, I don't it's kind of hard to call it a main storyline, but the Liv Morgan one is the main storyline, right? Because
Yeah.
it's involved in it's a multi-dimensional storyline going on. And maybe because it also has to do with the Judgment Day, right?
Mhm.
But I really hope that Bailey gets a little bit more shine when it comes to her title run. Because what
Yeah.
ends up happening for with title runs when there's too many championships, a lot of championships slip through the cracks, even though they're the champion.
Yeah.
Right? That's the negative of having too many titles. But also the thing is like having one title for two brands is also fucks them up. They have to travel twice. You feel me? So there's pros and cons to it.
It's tricky, yeah, for sure.
Final match, main event. Damian Priest defeated Drew McIntyre by pinfall. 20 minutes, 2020. Right? That was the length of 20 minutes, 20 seconds. The Judgment Day was banned from ringside
Mhm.
because Drew McIntyre beat Finn Balor that previous Raw. It was for the World Heavyweight Championship. Obviously, Damian Priest, this is his what, third defense of that title,
Third.
right? Backlash?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
second, right? What's the
Second,
second?
second.
Yeah.
Backlash and then this one, yeah, yeah.
Did he? No, I don't think he defended in Backlash. I think he defended at King of the Ring.
Whichever it was with Jey Uso, whichever one it was, yeah. All I know is that he fought Jey Uso. I think it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Backlash.
I think it was Backlash, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is the second time his mic work has been improving. I will give
Hmm,
Damian
hmm,
Priest
hmm.
his props. He stepped up. Now he's been able to step up. Same thing with Bailey though. He's suffering from the Cody Rhodes, Liv Morgan like storylines, right? Where these are the dominant, quote unquote, dominant storylines. This one, it was just it was cool because of the Drew McIntyre Scotland
Yeah.
going home, the rub with them and what they did right there. Dope. Big Drew McIntyre fan. I wanted him to win. I thought it was dope. Like at the beginning, Drew did like this flip, like hyped up beginning of the match. He did this flip to the outside of the ring. I was like, oh, he's pulling out
Yeah.
all the moves right now. Like he's
Yeah.
back home. He's feeling
He's
good.
feeling himself, yeah.
And then boom, my boy Damian Priest slips off of the top of the fucking and just almost eats shit. I was like, yo, I kind of missed it for. I had to rewatch it. I was like, nah, because
Drew broke character, like
I said
panicking for a second.
I seen that shit. I like turned around first. I forgot what the fuck I was doing, and then I looked back at the screen, and this was just dangling from the fucking top rope. Now I was like, was this planned? And then they kept talking about it, and then when I seen him limp, I was like, oh shit, this might actually be like some real shit. And I had to go
Yeah.
look at the replay, and he almost ate shit. Like that could have been bad, fool. Like
It could
this
have
is
been
when,
real bad.
and that's the going back to the same thing. Like the ropes, that was like the fourth match, like third or
Yeah,
fourth match
yeah,
where the ropes were fucking up. And
yeah.
this wasn't even the first time. They've been fucking up for the past couple months already. So there was the first. There's the one. They were clear, noticeable botches in this PLE because of the ropes. It wasn't because of the performer. Let's say that shit. It wasn't because of the performer.
Mm.
But that motherfucker could have died, dog. He
Yeah.
could have fucking died. Hurt his ankle. Big props to that for finishing off the match like that.
And he
Big
kept
fucking
going.
kept going, fool.
Yeah, like what I saw the clip on like Twitter, like before I got to watch the match, but it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, like it was towards the end, but no, this is what like a what
Maybe
halfway
five
there? Or
minutes.
like
Yeah.
Fool, like
yeah,
10 minutes, like not even 10 minutes in, fool. Like it was
yeah, and like he kept going, and it's one of those things where like he does like the razor's edge, but he had to do it with like one leg because like
Hmm.
I can only
Hmm.
imagine like just standing on a damaged ankle like that and then lifting
Drew
and
McIntyre.
dude, like Drew, he's like he's shredded, like
Fool's a
you know,
unit.
not he's yeah, and like he's not short either, so there's that extra weight, like and like you add on Damien's like weight himself already and like the force that it takes to kind of like muster a move like that. He had to do it with one foot, and I was just kind of like, oh, like you know, like man, the drive to keep going after like you know he's probably gonna take a vacation for a few minutes while like his ankle gets better for sure. Because like
He doesn't have to wrestle the
wow,
SummerSlam, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
He
yeah,
doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to wrestle until SummerSlam. Right?
Oh, but he's having his match
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
in
he is.
Money in the Bank. Yeah.
Damn, dog. Like I feel so bad for him, dog, because like he was just like getting there, dog. Like he was
mhm,
there, like he was there, dog. And if he didn't respect Damian Priest before this match, after that, like you have to respect this fool to the
Yeah.
max.
Hmm.
and on Pride Month,
We're not gonna even go acknowledge this shit, fool. We're gonna let that IWC rumor comment, whatever y'all want to label this shit, joke. We're gonna let that shit slide. But yes, he did have an Undertaker tattoo, which is where a lot of the references come from.
Hmm. Hmm.
Shout out to Damon Priest though. I think the match
Shout
was
yeah,
out.
fucking great.
quality
Fool.
fighter.
Yeah, it was
I thought the
fucking.
match was great. It was dope. Good fucking way to end the pay-per-view, fool. Like I don't know if it would have been better if he wasn't hurt. I think like him being hurt, like obviously it sucks, but it kind of added an element of like suspense. Is like how
Yeah.
Hmm.
how can how much can he actually go? I thought it
Yeah.
was like he was faking it, but then you start realizing like no, this fool's really hurt. Like this fool is really because you could tell right away when somebody's really hurt and when somebody's faking it,
Yeah.
right? Because and then there was a moment for like right before, like I think it was like right after that shit happened when he started doing those kicks.
Yeah. Yeah.
His
Yeah.
kick set, like his little sequence with his kick, I was like, oh, this was feeling it right now, dog. He's feeling it right now. The blood is still going to his
Hmm.
ankle right now. Like his ankle is still swelling up right now as he's kicking that fool.
Yeah.
And he's rolling off a straight adrenaline at this point.
Yeah.
Straight adrenaline. And I was like, yo, this fool is he deserves to be the champion, dog. Like, I don't
Yeah.
care. At that point, to me, I was like, that made me that match became my favorite of the PLE
Hmm.
because obviously one thing he's Latino, right? But to
Sir.
top it off, like this fool, he finished the match hurt. And to do that and to still look good, you gotta be a
Hmm.
great fucking wrestler, fool.
Yeah.
Cause you could be hurt, fool, and not know what the fuck you're doing and look worse, like Goldberg, fool. Like no, the Goldberg though. But
Yeah.
remember that Undertaker match, the fool looked like a piece
Oh,
of
fuck.
fucking like a noodle, fool. Like, anyways, shout out Damon Priest and shout out to
Shout
Drew
out.
McIntyre, fool. Shout out to
Yeah,
Drew McIntyre and a big motherfucking shout out to my boy CM Punk, fool. Pulling up.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Said,
sir.
fuck you. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna kick you in the nuts. Chili 2 count. Fool. I was like, yup, that's my boy right there, dog. That is my boy right there. What about you, Julio? What you think of the main event?
oh man, like to me it was just wild that like Cody was at the beginning,
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
and then at the end we got this fight. Especially like we said, like it doesn't feel like he's gotten as much attention. But I did like the build up to this, where it's one of those things where like it feels like maybe it was kind of like a theme with chat and this fight where it's like we're blaming everyone but ourselves for certain things, and like even building up to it, I think was the fight with Valor. Drew um Damien tells Drew, it's like, hey, like this is like I play by the rules. If you were more focused on the fight instead of anything else, you would have still kept this. Like I cashed in because you got yourself worked up and like all this stuff. And it definitely like it was enjoyable. The like CM Punk thing caught me off guard. The
I
fact
knew
that
that was coming.
they knocked out like the ref to the wall.
Yeah.
I they had to tell homie beforehand, and he was like, fine, then I guess I'll take the wall. Um,
Well, took a hard bump. It looked like that.
Yeah.
uh, and is this like an average Joe, like a regular dude? There was something else in the fight that I wanted to highlight that I'm forgetting and drawing a blank. I'm gonna hate myself for this, but it was a pretty good fight. Like I was entertained. I was just like, oh my god, like the ankle thing. Like it's one of those things I already knew it before I even watched it, but like I was amazed the fight kept going. The throwing punches left and right. In the beginning, Drew was winning, and then like the ankle slip up, and they kept going, and then you got CM Punk sliding,
And the
just
way
trolling.
the camera's behind them, so you
Oh, I
kind of like don't
know.
know who it is, but you
Mhm.
kind of do know who it is. And then when switch the camera, and he's like 1, 2, and he's like yes, yes, yes.
And the crowd is like counting to 10, too.
I like the
At one
swerves.
point,
I love the swerves, dog. I love surprises. That wasn't a surprise. I love the swerves though.
Hmm. Hmm.
All right, Julio, did you think that Drew McIntyre was gonna walk out with the title?
for a second, I did. For a second, I did. He started off the fight really strong, and like I thought maybe because of the injury, like they were gonna cut it early, like they did for.
Or change the
I'm trying to
final?
think,
Change the
like,
finish?
Mm, yeah.
yeah, just because like the injury, but he kept going, and I'm like, okay, maybe like he's about to win. But man, like it did seem like he might have won, especially because they're in Scotland. I was waiting to like afterwards, like reviewing, but I think it's really ballsy that like the only Scottish winner was those two women,
That were not
Piper
expected to
losing.
win. Yeah.
Yeah, and like Drew lost in front of Scotland after like all the hype up that he was finally gonna get his moment.
Yeah.
A whole
Just to be like,
documentary. Yeah. You would think because after what they did to him last year with Roman, like, oh,
Yeah.
he's finally gonna win in the UK, and here we go, dog.
Mm.
Another pedal bomb, dog. Because that was 2 years in a row. Man, the Tyson Fury shit. The year before that,
Yeah.
like he's always coming up super short, dog. He's always coming up short, dog, in the UK, which is cool. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
it's cool. It's
What
cool.
what about you, Byron? What you think of the main event? And did you feel like Drew was gonna win going into the
You
match?
know, I loved everything about the match, so I'll save my one complaint for right now, and then I'll get to the good stuff. We need I mean, I guess since he lost, but we need Broken Dreams back, like for real, bro.
Yeah, Paul Levesque.
Like, come on, you gotta stop playing around. Like the band coming out, that shit was dope. It's cool, and I know it meant a lot to Drew and to everybody that was there. But like that song is something else, Broken Dreams. So maybe if he actually wins it, and that'll be our cue to know, like, oh yeah, he's about to win this shit for real.
And he's about to go on a fucking deep, like, powerhouse run.
Yeah,
He needs it,
but
dog.
he needs it. Yeah, but I was. I was like, I kept flip-flopping between like if I thought he was gonna win or not. I was like, I don't know, like WWE has a history of like if it's the hometown hero, they almost never win. But I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
because everybody expects, right?
but it's like, oh, but it's Triple H now, he does things a little differently, so we'll see. And I was like, oh shit, like Alba Fire, Isla Dawn one, like, okay, is this the direction we're going in? Like the Scottish wrestlers are gonna show up? get it done, and then Piper lost. I was like, all right, now I don't know. So honestly, I walked in there not knowing, and um, apparently like there was like tweets and stuff that like, oh, CM Punk was headed to Scotland. Like I didn't see any of that, so I did not know that he was in the building.
Mm.
So that shit was just fucking
So it's
crazy.
a real surprise to you.
Yeah, yeah. I try to keep it that way, you know, because like it's easy to get wrapped up in like all the reports and whatever. But it was cool. The match, like, yeah, like it was great. I that fucking that him getting caught up in the ropes, that shit was scary. But even if he didn't like land on his head or anything, but he could have like shattered his ankle. Like fucking Mick Foley lost a bit of his ear like with the ropes. That's how bad they are. And you don't like really realize how dangerous they are. But fucking remember we were talking about that first episode that we had? It was like, all right, Drew's champion now. We were unsure, but like we gotta give him a chance,
Or
see how he
Damon?
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Damien, yeah, Damien. This is like his fucking like I'm here
His
moment.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Like whatever you guys want to say, like that I'm not ready for it or I don't like look like a champion or whatever,
They
like
call him paper champion in the
paper
comments and
champion.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, or like a transitional champ, you know. That's what Drew was saying that entire time, like they were building up to it. And I was like, no, like he's fucking like he's champ for a reason, you know? And it was cool to see that storyline play out and like the fact that he kept going, like with that bum ankle and everything. Fucking they were hitting each other like heavy hitters, like fucking heavyweight boxing match, like it was fucking sick. CM Punk coming out to fucking oh my god on the biggest
Crush
hater.
everybody's dream and shit.
But I saw like alternate angles like and POVs from like way up in the nosebleeds of like they're like oh 1 2 and then he stops counting and they're like oh you fucking bitch like
The only place he'll ever get booed at, dog.
it was fucking hilarious and you see like when he's like when he low blows Drew and then he like goes and hangs out with some of the crowd like there's some guys there that are like
They're like,
that are cool with it but then you see like everyone else like throwing up the middle finger and it's fucking hilarious
yeah. You fools
but
ever see? Do you see? You guys seen the video like after the extra footage of like Drew
oh yeah
McIntyre
yeah he was
snapping his
fucking
shit?
went
He was going
crazy.
crazy. That was funny.
That was funny. Yeah, no, that was a fucking great match, honestly. I think it was great for everybody involved. Uh that CM Punk Drew feud. I mean, we
That
saw
shit better deliver, dog. It better not be no lame shit, dog. When
yeah.
it finishes, fool.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But it keeps getting better like fucking what we
Yeah,
saw on Friday, you
and
know?
let's see what happens at Money in the Bank, dog. Let's put it
Yeah.
like that. Let's see what happens at Money in the Bank. I think
Yeah.
CM Punk is like a month away from getting cleared.
Roughly, yeah. Honestly, I don't know if he's like been ready though, 'cause like he's taking bumps, you know?
He might
Not
have
really, but like
he might have been ready, dog.
he
Like
might have been ready. Like it's
he's
probably just for the
prepping,
story. Yeah, yeah.
prepping.
Prepping, running the ropes and all that. But yeah, it was great. A great way to end the show. Fucking the courage to pull that shit off, like in Scotland, like
Yep. You gotta have some
fucking.
balls, dog. You gotta.
But that shit was sick. It was sick. I feel bad for those fans, but it was the right move, I think.
Yeah, I love this shit. Delayed gratification,
Mm-hmm.
right? Delayed
Exactly.
gratification.
Yeah.
Would it have been a dope moment to see Drew win in Scotland? Yeah, obviously, boom, beautiful. But does it make sense to continue the storyline with CM Punk? Yes, it does. Because now it separates Drew from Damon. Now he gets to focus on Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre, now he continues to build up his shit with CM Punk. And let's see what happens for it. Money in the Bank. Let's see what happens at Money in the Bank. I think Clash of the Castle, solid. Out of the past 3 pay-per-views, this after WrestleMania, this one for sure. For me, has been Clash of the Castle, Backlash, King of the Queen of the Ring.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't like to rank them, but that at least in terms of like enjoyment for me, that's how it's been. You know.
Yeah.
Any final words, Julio, before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I don't know if you caught it.
You have a
I don't know
segment,
if
fool, that we need to bring up before we finish.
I'll get to it. give me the cue. But like, I don't know if you noticed, but there was a moment where like Damien does like a I don't know if it's this or he does like this to like the crowd. And at one point, Drew gets in front of him and he does the same gesture to
Yeah.
him
Yeah, yeah.
before giving him like a pounding. And I thought that was so funny. And like, it just kind of just shows like the whole like fight itself is just kind of like, it really felt like they just flicked off Scotland.
Literally, dog. That's what they did.
Yeah.
That's literally what they did, dog.
Yeah.
That's literally what they
Yeah.
did.
No, for the other segment, I didn't even bring my watch because, I couldn't find the time. I couldn't find the time. It feels like she's missing. It's not the same. There was no time.
All right, fool. I gave you 15 seconds, fool. That's all you're gonna get, though.
That's it. That's it. I think with the deleted section, it's more than enough.
Yeah.
I went too far. I went too far.
If you're wondering why we said there's a deleted section, there's a deleted section that it's never gonna see the light of day. Just put it like
It's never for legal reasons.
for legal reasons. What about you, Byron? Any final thoughts?
I agree with your ranking. Yeah, I don't like to rank it either, but yeah, this has been probably the best show since WrestleMania that they've had. It was like Backlash had that energy from the crowd, but this was just like I don't know. This was super entertaining.
This was a banger.
This was banger, yeah.
The
it
three
was
of them
cool.
have been bangers, dog.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah. It's been good. Um, yeah, super excited for Money in the Bank. We'll see what happens. And
See what happens.
with everything happening in the weekly shows too, like fuck, a lot of shit happened this week on both shows. So we'll see.
Well, fucking, it's been dope to be able to do this volume 3. Clash of the Castle is a wrap. We're gonna look forward to Money in the Bank. We catch up. We'll text. We'll set it up. Volume fucking 4. It's getting interesting. A lot of storylines are picking up steam, dog. A lot of interesting storylines. A lot of storylines are ending as well, which is that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Some of them don't get too dragged out. And yeah, I'm excited, dog. Seth Rollins is back. Let's just see what's up, dog. Intercontinental champions getting new challengers.
Huh.
So there's a lot of the future is bright, dog. The future looking good. Shout out to my boy Paul Levesque. And
After you dragged it.
after I drank the whole companies. But yeah, like we'll end it with that. We'll see what we pick up for volume 4.
Cool.
And it's been dope and shit. But if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, the notification bell so you know when I drop another video, when I go live. I see y'all when I see y'all. Don't forget to love yourself today, all right? Adios.
Peace.
Stepping out the door with some fresh 90s. The old whites, the drips nice. Yeah, I'm icy, but I don't wear eyes. Still a fool that looks fly. Got my button down on, let's get lost in the